So again, you got to watch when you sit there and think you know everything. Or when I think I know everything. I truly try to look at all sides. But then when people, like again, when the Holy Father put out the first Encyclical that people went crazy over, the Mara, Taurus, whatever. Now again, let's look at that. That night, as soon as it came out, not one nice thing was said about it on Raymond Aurora's show. They went immediately to the footnotes. A footnote. And they showed how this can't speak of God. And you remember what it was? What was the big fight over that? Whether people who have been divorced without annulment can go to communion. Okay? So, but this was a footnote. The Holy Father says we got to look at it. Why? Because, gentlemen, if you know anything about the church, an annulment is given why? So some people go and, like, let's say someone's married and they get divorced. Well, then they have to make it an annulment. What an annulment is, you have a breaker of the bond and you have a protector of the bond. So they sit there, the breaker of the bond writes all the reasons why the sacrament never took place. Because annulment means the sacrament never took place. Doesn't mean the marriage didn't happen. It says the sacrament of marriage never happened. So you have someone that puts a paper together for reasons why the sacrament didn't happen, a breaker of the bond. The defender of the bond takes all the reasons why the sacrament did happen. And then it goes before 3 judges. Now, these judges, depending on what diocese you can have ultra-conservative judges, or you can have more liberal judges. So let's take the same couple, the same exact couple, the same breaker of the bond, defender of the bond. They write up these things. The people in the more liberal diocese, they get an annulment, so they can go to communion for the rest of their lives. Someone in the more conservative diocese with the exact same thing does not get the annulment, so they can never again receive communion for the rest of their lives. So the Holy Father says, we need to look at this and look at the process. He didn't say people should be able to go to communion without annulment. He said, we need to make this process more just. Because how is it that in one diocese, you can be damned and never receive communion for the rest of your life, and another diocese, you can get married and then receive communion? Do you understand that? Is it not an open thing? If there's anyone, if you have an open mind for a half a second, see why these things can be discussed.